Welcome one and all to what is possibly the craziest races I've ever seen, let alone driven. We've got 5 red lights in front of us and it's lights out and away we go for this Japanese Grand Prix. We've got a good initial start but bogging down with too much wheels. We've got Riker on our right hand side in the wheels. We're going to have to give as much space as we possibly can down at turn 1, trying to hang it around the outside. I think a little bit of contact and both the two cars in front are running wide. Maggot's had to be held up a little bit there and we go down the inside into turn number 3, taking advantage there as our teammates doing Harry Potter-esque moves on his broomstick out in front at the other Mercedes, trying to hang on to as best we can, jumping about all over the shop like a box of frogs. I think that's the phrase or something like that. Still moving about here, there and everywhere. We're going to have a re-look at that opening lap from the off-board camera. Again, you can see we're on the right-hand side, the second of the two Mercedes. Way too much wheel spin, the only car on the grid, smoking it up like a barbecue as we head down towards turn 1. Riker actually ahead of us there in the wheels. We hang it around the outside. There it is. A little bit of contact. Our right rear to his left front. And there we jump ahead of Maggot, diving down the inside into turn 3, making our way up into P2. I'm loving the leaderboard on the side. A little replay sort of logo in the top right as well. Looks brilliant. End of lap 1 though, we caught up to our teammate. And we're right on the back of him. Overtake enabled now. Well, I thought it was overtake enabled now. There we go. Past our teammate. Fastest lap of the race. Absolutely flying along. We seem to be a little bit slow in a straight line. I said Maggot was flying in a straight line. And there goes our teammate off into the distance. We're nowhere near him. Once again, on lap 3, he's now last, apparently. He's not. He's still leading in my eyes. But he's not because he's pulled over. No, he hasn't. And BSC's been called out. And I sort of have to avoid him a little bit there as he's, well, slowing down a bit awkwardly. There he is. Oh, no, he's out in front once again. Harry Potter would be proud himself. So would Hermione Granger. And, well, Ron probably as well. We're getting past him on lap 5. Looking to make a move. No, we're not. He's up the road. He's slowing down a bit. We're going to have to take avoiding action. No, we're not because he's nowhere near us. It was very off-putting. And the ironic thing is we didn't get DRS once. And I just felt like we got held up in sort of some dirty air throughout this opening stint. But we're trying to put our head down, trying to get the laps in because I knew there were some fast guys who had disappointing qualifyings going to be hunting us down. Move on to lap 10. And once again, he's jumping all over the shop. There's gravel box on the track now. Pulls to the side of the road. I'm thinking, okay, I'm ahead now. Come around the corner. Boom, he's there. I mean, the whole cast of Harry Potter's coming out. I'm not surprised. He's probably, Draco, and we're going to see Hagrid and Dumbledore in a minute. I'm not sure. But moving on through 200R towards Spoon Curve on lap number 10. We're still hunting down our teammate. You can see Prince reeling us in on those medium tyres. Built a bit of a gap to Maggot and Riker over the last 10 laps. Just trying to sort of hunt down our teammate, but not hunt down our teammate. I mean, it's like a Horcrux. We aren't sure what's going on, to be perfectly honest. Harry didn't, but he managed to save the day. So hopefully we can do the same. As we get towards the end of lap 10, there's back markers everywhere. Yellow flags. The Red Bull has gone off. I can see on the mini-map. A Ferrari's gone off on the mini-map. And somebody, safety guy's been called out because there has been a retirement for somebody. I'm not too sure who it was. I think it was probably the Red Bull. But we just missed the safety car to dive into the pit lane. Everyone behind us comes to the pit lane. And unfortunately, the safety car has already come out on track. So I can't sort of get ahead of the safety car. And basically, I'm losing out massively here. The field is quite spread out. New game, everyone's still getting to grips with it a little bit. And you see, after the safety car period has ended, we're on lap number 13. We're down in P7 after making our pit stop. Ender getting a poor exit on cold, hard tyres. We're now on the attack. Eric on the right side. Ender on that one side. We're the only one really out of the three getting a toe now. We're the one gaining. We're the one up in our overtake. We're going to go to the inside. We're 3 wide down towards turn 1. Eric, fair play to him, backs out. And we make the double move down towards turn 1. It was quite ballsy, I must say, and fair play to the other two for keeping it clean. But I had a bit between my teeth at this point. See, I left it in overtake. That's how much I was sort of going for it on the restart. I knew I had to be aggressive. I knew I had to try and make up places early because once Prince and Maga got in the groove on these hard compound tyres, I knew there was no chance of catching them. And Riker as well, currently out in on what is effectively the lead of this race, but the Mercedes is actually really in the lead. I'm not too sure. Anyway, though, we're on the attack of Golden towards the hairpin. Trying to look for a move down the inside. He covers us off, though. We're now going to utilise our softer compound, get a much better exit. We took a tighter line through the hairpin, getting on the power early, up into overtake, and we're ahead of the Williams or Renault. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was a Renault. And we're off and away now a little bit further up the road. Have a look at a replay of that sort of opening, the safety car restart. Getting a good exit on our medium compound tyres. Nice, look at that helmet. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's one thing I'm good at, I must say. My helmets do look beautiful. Bit of a Dan Tickton style helmet, I must admit. But nevertheless, we'll ignore the helmet for a brief moment. It's time for that move down towards turn number 1. We're on it like a car bonnet. Trying to split the two, split the gap down the middle. We go. Oh, that was a nice move. That will be setting into overtakes of the week, I can assure you that. Lovely, lovely stuff. And as we progress on lap 15 now, the yellow flags are out. The order is changing. I cut the corner. Orders are changing here, there, and everywhere. Maggot runs a little bit wide. Sparks flying everywhere, and we take advantage of that move up the inside. And we're now into P1, apparently, which I think is probably about P3, P2. I'm not sure. I think it's P3 behind Riker and Prince still. At this moment, green flag is going. We're still in P1. Who knows? Glitches here, there, and a little bit everywhere. And towards Spoon we go. We're trying to hunt down the Aston Martin. See if we can get close to him at all as we get down towards 130R. Of course, it's a long straight. He seems to be slowing, though. We're still full throttle. We're trying to catch him. We're catching him a little bit too quickly. Maybe he's got a bit of an issue. I don't think he's got issues on this game. But nevertheless, we're looking for a move now. Trying to go around the outside down towards the final chicane. Trying to make it work. He shuts the door on us completely. We're banging wheels here, there, and everywhere. Maggot now is going to be on the back of us as well. It's going to be a three-wide battle down towards turn 1. It's going to repeat of the safety car restart with some different drivers as well. Overtake is enabled. Prince somehow holding on those hard tyres. Maggot a little bit boxy. We're going to try around the outside, but the door just closes. Bit of contact there as well. We just about hold on to P3 in all this. And the safety car's out now. All of a sudden, the safety car's come out of absolutely nowhere. We've got to try and scoot around the outside without hitting it. And oh my gosh, where's the safety car come from? Why is it out on track? I do not know. And we progress on a little bit further. Prince still holding on to that position. We're racing like nothing has changed. It's completely normal in my point of view. Prince is seeing a little bit slow at this moment. Not too sure what's going on. If it was such a quick driver, I'm thinking, what's he doing? And eventually he backs out as we make our move just before the hairpin. And it turns out on printer screen the safety car was called out, and it was out completely. But for me, it wasn't. I had no notification the safety car was out, and me and Mikey were in a court. It was completely the same for both of us, but Prince knew the safety car was out and was completely perplexed why I'd overtaken him. And I was perplexed why he was being, a little bit slow. Here we go, a replay. It was almost a Senna Prost kind of style battle, wasn't it? It was proper argy-bargy down at the chicane. Elbows out. Great fun battle. I'm not sure if he was enjoying it. He was probably thinking, what on earth am I doing? And I was giving everything. I was full send going for it. Now the safety car has been called out on my screen. So I'm thinking, why is Prince overtaking me? Because I didn't know it was a safety car on that previous lap. Complete confusion. It's like we're playing a game of Countdown. I haven't got a clue what's going on, but I am enjoying it. It must be said. A little bit like the IndyCar sort of thing. I love the Indy 500, but I haven't got a clue what's going on. I came into the pit lane for a set of softs under that safety car. Thought we'd go for it. I was only once coming to the pit lane of the front group. It must be said, this is us under the safety car. And as we get going once again on lap 20, we've got the pace now on these soft tyres. We've got the bit between our teeth as well. And look at this battling Maggot. He seems to be so quick in a straight line. We're trying to hunt for a toe. Trying to go down the inside into the first corner, but it's always awkward on the inside. You don't want to get your front wing chopped off. We have to wait and rest on our laurels for the time being as we make our way through the S's now, trying to follow as best we can. But the curves have taken another victim on F1 2021, and unfortunately, that victim is me, doing our best not to reverse into the oncoming traffic and cause a bit of a shunt, it must be said. And I was absolutely gutted. We had the chance to win this race, and as we go make our way towards the end of the S's, hot tyres, we lose the rear. The tyres up at 130 degrees, the cores at 115. It just did not go well for us. And F1 2021 did the dirty on me and put it in slow motion, which, it's difficult to watch every time. But too much curb on the inside, just lost the car. I was too focused on the car in front. Absolutely gutting. And to compound woes, I spun it on hot tyres a couple of corners later. I can't believe what I did. But as you may notice, there's more than 5 minutes left of this video. This race is not done in the slightest. There's still a bit more crazy coming up. There's still a bit more racing coming up. And at the time, I was praying for a safety car. It must be said, a safety car is what we got 3 laps left in this race to go into battle, but a few lap cars causing confusion. Mikey loses this front wing, gutting for him with only a couple laps left to go. Everyone's really slow all of a sudden, and I'm thinking I'm going to pick off some positions. Dragos overtakes Infamous. Watch out for that. I overtake Infamous. The game says no. Of course it does. And we'll have to take a note here. That's the first illegal overtake I've got an Infamous. This could be a up and coming trend. I'm in P8 at the moment, trying to find a way past the McLaren. Of course, on those soft tyres, I've got the pace compared to the medium runner, trying to find a way past like we did on Maggot in that opening lap, but no way through. And now we're just being careful on the curbs because we knew what happened on the last safety car restart. Got it all wrong on the curbs. And we need to try and pick off these guys as fast as we can because we've got the best pace, I think, in the field on these soft tyres. And the guys in front still have yet to pit. Infamous, a little bit slow, off of Dunlop, down towards the Degnans. We're going to make the move down the inside, a little bit of wheel banging, send it into Degnan 1. How was that an illegal overtake? I still don't know. Have to give the position back. Absolutely gutted with what was a brilliant move. And we flick on a little bit later on that lap. Wheel to wheel now, down towards 130R. Mercedes versus McLaren. We're going to go into 130R, round the outside, have to run a little bit wide to avoid contact. And to be fair, I overtook off the track. It was probably an illegal overtake. I'll take that one. Following that, a Dunlop once again. It seems to be a familiar overtaking opportunity for me and almost a carbon copy of what we did on the previous lap. We're going to send it down the inside into Degnan 1 once again. I didn't even make any contact that time around, and it's an illegal move. I've made 2 sensational moves down the inside of Degnan 1, and this time I'd had enough. My 3rd or 4th illegal overtake on him. So I thought, I'm having this. Send it down the inside at the hairpin, using the soft tyres to get better grip coming out of the hairpin and running all the way down through 200R towards Spoon Curve. Going to try and make the move down the inside, and I thought we've got to get Sendy here. We've got to make up positions. I knew guys in front had penalties. I didn't. And we get down the inside on the exit of Spoon Curve. And now the run down the back straight towards 130R. We can try and chase after Dragos and actually Goon. We need to get within 5 seconds of the Haas driver in front. And we're currently P6. There's definitely a lot more positions to gain on the final lap of this race. It must be said. Racing to get towards the Haas. And while we got a brief moment to have a think, I'm loving the game. The curbs are brutal, but the cars feel great to handle. This Suzuka circuit definitely felt really good to drive. Despite the craziness, the racing was really good as well. Suzuka's normally a bit of a train, even in league racing, I've tend to find, but definitely enjoyed the challenge of this circuit. There's a monumental freeway battle going on at the front during this final lap. We're chasing down, actually, is that an Alfa Romeo? I think it is an Alfa Romeo, so apologise for... Oh no, Goon's the Haas. Spins in sympathy in front of us, very nice. We're allowed to get past. We're pushing on to try and set the fastest lap of the race. I want to try and gain that. The win was definitely within our grasp. I felt even if we managed to get past Infamous on the first time of asking, I felt the win was within our grasp, to be perfectly honest. We definitely were held up with that awkward battle against the illegal overtakes, but really pushing on this lap to get the fastest lap of the race, trying to get into the 29s, definitely if we can, using all the overtake available to us. I must say the overtake on this game as well, you get a lot more to use. It must be they're going to gain a little bit of a toe off Pedro in the Ferrari in front. Unfortunately, he's a lap down. And I thought with so many safety cars, it probably would have been very difficult to unlap yourself in this one. It's so awkward with the safety car periods. Maggot up in front, 18 seconds. Goo has got 5 seconds of penalties in front of us. Getting towards the final chicane. We're purple at the moment. Can we go treble purple? As Pedro takes a very interesting line through the final chicane. We're towards the line now. Overtake enabled. We got DRS for the first time in this race. We set a 29-1, fastest lap of the race. And considering the circumstances, a third we've got to be pretty happy with. The replay across the line on the final lap of the race. Happy stuff in the end. But oh my gosh, that was a crazy one. Definitely a crazy race for us. Prince takes drive of the day after starting a little bit further down the order. We somehow get on the podium. Started third, finished third. You've got to take it. You've got to take it. A bit of a pre-season fun race. Definitely enjoyed the fight. Riker, once again, no penalties, staying out of trouble, and just being quick gets him a good result and gets him a win, 4th to 1st. He's going to be very happy with that one. But what can I say? F1, I've never seen that many sort of glitches and buggers in a game. It was crazy between all of us. I think maybe a few connection issues just sort of jolting the lobby about. If you're new around here and enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more league racing and F2 videos coming soon.